Today I will give you a brief introduction of the Leica M39 system, also known as the LTM or Leica Thread mount. The Leica M39 is a rangefinder system that uses 35mm film. The M39 actually means that its thread mount is 39mm diameter. This mount started with Leica, but there are also third-party brands that make bodies and lenses for this mount. All the cameras are rangefinders, for a few exceptions that are basically windowless for extreme wide-angle lenses. Lens selection is pretty big, and also lenses are pretty small to be a 35mm full-frame lens. Lenses can be converted easily to either Leica M mount or mirrorless cameras. One of the greatest features of these cameras is the small body size, due to not being an SLR and having no mirror. So who do you think would choose the Leica M39, also known as the Leica LTM, Leica Thread mount? No.
I think whoever. This is so wide category that there's so many manufacturers, and of course the price point is generally lower than the M series.
And do we have here different manufacturers like you mentioned? Leica started with Barnack series.
Yeah, then it went to Japan. There was a Canon making ones. There was a Nikon. There was a Leotax. There was loads of brands doing with the same mount, and so there's a lot of different lenses for different price ranges. And
yeah, probably someone wanting to start with a rangefinder system for a very low price can start with these. These are even Russian lenses we have here.
Yeah, there was a lot of Russian, let's say, copies, but influenced by the Leica system. The Fed example is a pretty good camera, and the Zorgi 4K is actually a nice camera.
And can you adapt these to anything else, these lenses being so available and inexpensive most of the time?
Yes, so the good thing, if you start with this and in the end you want to go to a Leica M system, you can actually get this adapter, very thin one. So these are backward compatible with Leica M, and they actually, the rangefinder coupling will work with the Leica M system. So there's that, and of course there's mirrorless cameras, and the mirrorless adapters are thin also.
Yeah, that's a great option, that you can shoot so many different glass from manufacturers that are old. If you like the old look, that you maybe don't want so much contrast, which is something that happens in modern lenses, these give you that nice throw for focusing. Focusing wise, is the rangefinder inside the window, separate to the window?
Well, of course the early models have a two window system that use one for the rangefinder and one for compassing the image, but later models have the all-in-one single frame, and Canon made actually nice viewfinders. You can actually change with the dial, so it will zoom to the different focal lengths, so it's one-to-one in a way.
Like a turret, or the turret ones? Because I've seen the turret ones.
Yeah, there's a turret ones, but there's a little dial here that actually changes the optic inside the viewfinder, so you get a bigger image on the viewfinder on some Canon models.
Pricing, we've mentioned that there's inexpensive. What would you say? You compared it to the Leica M. Probably the Leica versions are closer to the M's, but then we have inexpensive ones like the Bessa L here.
Let's say the Zorgi and Fed is the bottom end. You can in the 50 to 100 euro range, and then these go up to thousands on the high end and collectible models, of course.
Yeah, there's some black paint ones that are extremely collectible. So I think, you could use them as a daily shooter if you're going for inexpensive cameras to start off. You can adapt them then to your M mount. If you decide to jump to the M mount, you can use them with digital cameras. I think it's one of those systems that's very interesting.
Just look at the size of these. These are, palm-sized cameras. These are very nice travel cameras in the end. If they slip into a pocket.
Yeah, user-wise, they're a little bit more finicky because you have different dials and they're older cameras.
But for a guy who likes to tinker around, to feel around, to just chase the vibes,
Yeah, that's pretty nice. So yeah, let us know. What do you think of the Leica M39? As I said, also very much searched as LTM. Do you think you would start with something like this? Do you own one? Yeah, thanks for watching, and see you in the next one.